So today we worked on given 2 points, that would be the vertex and a point on your graph. So any point on your graph, we wrote our equation in standard vertex form. Okay, so remembering that standard vertex form is y equal to a x plus h squared plus k. Don't forget that squared there, okay? So today we'll be given a vertex, okay? So our graph's vertex. Don't forget your vertex is where your graph kind of changes direction. It's that meeting point. Okay, so this is a vertex. It's where your graph changes. Okay, so we're going to be given a vertex and a point x comma y. And we're going to solve for a, which is what we won't know, and rewrite it in standard form. Okay, so given example 1, we have our vertex 2 comma 0, and remember our vertex is h comma k, and h is always opposite. Okay, so our vertex is h comma k, and then our point is just x comma y. This could be any point on your graph, okay? We're just given a certain point in each example that will help us solve for standard form. So then we go ahead and plug these in. So we have y, okay, just plugging them into our standard form equation. So we have y equal to, we don't know a, that's what we're trying to find. X is -5, h is -2 because it's the opposite, squared, and then we have plus k, which is 0. Okay, and then we just solve for a. So we don't need that 0 there, right? We know that -5 minus 2 is -7. Okay, squared, -7 squared is 49. And then to get a by itself, we divide by 49. So this goes away, and we get a equal to 4 divided by 49. Please leave as a fraction. It's just easier. That is how you should write it in standard vertex form, so leave it as a fraction. Now with this a, we're going to plug it back in with h and k into standard vertex form. So we'll have y equal to 4 over 49 times x plus h, but remember that h is opposite, and plus k, which is 0, which we don't need, but that's fine. Okay, so we do plug in h and k, we don't plug in x and y. Don't plug in x and y because that is just 1 point out of millions on your graph. Okay, so for any x that we plug in here, we're going to get a different output of y, so we leave those interchangeably. All right, so let's do another one. We have our vertex and our points, so plugging these in, we'll have 2 equals, we don't know a, x is 5. Remember that h is opposite, so we have this -3 here, so we're going to add 3 opposite of this sign, minus k, -4. So we have 2 equal to a, 5 plus 3 is 8, squared minus 4. Add that 4 over 8 squared is 64, so we have 64 times a equals 6. Divide by 64 to get that a by itself. So we'll have a equals 6 over 64. This does simplify. I don't care if you leave it like this or if you simplify it. Let's just simplify it to 3 over 32. Okay, so now we plug this back in. We leave y. We plug in our a. We leave x. And we have minus 3, but remember that changes to addition, minus 4. So that is our standard vertex form out of a point and a vertex.